I appreciate and love Hulk Hogan, and I'll tell you what. Yesterday, something came out about racism for Hulk Hogan. False. Hulk Hogan is not a racist. If he's a racist, then everybody's a racist. Okay, Hulk Hogan is one of the most fantastic, best people I've ever met. And if you point a finger, there's three pointing back at you. So be careful who you point at.
Really? Have you talked to Hogan since that happened or no?
I texted him and I gave him my support.
Did he respond or no?
Yes.
So I've heard, like, China was just here, and I was talking to her about it, and I guess, like, from what I read online, what she told me happened, and from what I read online they're trying to say it's way worse than it really is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know, like, do you know, like, what happened?
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. He didn't know the camera was on. He was caught in the act of being himself. But that was himself 8 years ago. Hulk Hogan is not a racist, period.
Yeah, even though Booker T called him the N-word one time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. And Booker T made a joke about it. He was saying, like, that Hogan came up to him afterwards, and he goes, "Hey, it's all good, man. Hey, brother, because I know that you didn't mean it like that. You meant like it was the good way, not the bad way. You know what I mean?"
Well, that word is kind of lost its flavor because I haven't seen a rap album yet that didn't use that word. See what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's okay if we do it. I don't understand that logic. I don't use that word. And but it's a no-win situation. Anyway, I've said all I can about Hulk Hogan. He's the best. I want you to notice that even though I'm on the road, I'm just having raw fruit. And this looks like papaya and strawberries, and I don't have to say do as I say, not as I do. Every cell in Lanny Poffo's body is getting nourished right now. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Right on. So you're here at Frankincense for the signing. How's your day going?
Did you call me a dago?
No, I said, how's your day going?
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear very well. Well, I take pictures for the fans, but I let them wear this ring because this ring is not from the macho man. It's from the macho fan. The fans deserve it. They're the ones that demanded Randy go in the Hall of Fame. So I let everybody wear the ring when you take a picture.
That's pretty awesome. You mind if I see it real quick? I've never actually... Wow, this is... That's pretty cool.
WWE does not take shortcuts.
Spare no expense?
No.
Yeah, right? So, like, what do you call it? What are some of your favorite memories with Randy? Like, I know you got a lot of them being his brother and everything, but what are some of, like, your favorite that you just cherish?
In 1971, he was ignored in the free agent draft in Major League Baseball. And instead of crying about it and whining about it, he and my father drove from suburban Chicago to St. Louis to Busch Stadium, and he, out of 300 free agents, they only signed one guy, and it was Lanny Poffo. Now, if that doesn't tell you what kind of a man he was, he never gave up. He got unconditionally released from the Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago White Sox. But that was 1975, and in 1985, he makes his debut in Madison Square Garden. You can't keep a good man down.
You know, like Liz, like what was she like? Like when the cameras weren't there and everything, was she the same? Was she like real nice and sweet and just like, what was she like behind the scenes?
She was pretty on camera, and then as soon as the camera took off, she grew a hairy wart. No, I'm kidding. She was beautiful both places.
Really? She's like the same, just like total like an angel?
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So like, what's like what would you say would be your favorite match of all time?
Well, that would have to be NBC, Topeka, Kansas, and that was October 31st, Halloween. Hulk Hogan against the Genius, and they didn't play it until Thanksgiving weekend, a little bit later, little post-production editing, take away some of my lousy moments. And
what happened? What was
I don't know if anything happened, but I think it was a 15-minute match. They shortened it to about 8 minutes. But NBC's serious business.
Yeah.
And I was proud to be part of it.
Were you proud that like were the guys backstage, were they surprised that like you were gonna go over on Hogan?
Nobody knew.
Really? Yeah, but like when they found out, like, or they didn't know. Did they know like when you came through the curtain?
Nobody knew until the next day. They said, "You beat Hogan? Oh my God!" And how was it? I said, "Well, it was so good that they're going to erase the tape."
Really?
I just, you know, the thing is, I lost a few times where I didn't deserve it. And this time I won when I didn't deserve it. How about that?
Oh, were you at the Pontiac Silverdome that day when Randy wrestled?
No, I wasn't there. No, but I was there to build up Andre the Giant on NBC, so he could have more heat as a villain against. They wanted to show that he was vicious, so I was the sacrificial lamb, and was happy to do it. And WWE been very good to me.
That's good. And you know when you wrestled Jake the Snake Roberts on his debut, what was that like for you?
Jake is a fantastic performer. I hope that DDP keeps him clean. But otherwise, he's the toughest man in the world. He's been trying to kill himself for 30 years, and he's still alive.
Yeah. And he put the snake on you like that, like so. And when he put the snake on you, he put it on you like pretty like hardcore, like all in your face and stuff like that. Did he tell you before the match, like, "Hey, look, I'm really gonna give it to you," or did you tell him like, "Hey, it's cool, like I'm not afraid of snakes or anything"?
I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of pythons. I'm afraid of cobras. The cobra that bit Randy on the arm, that was a snake. Python, crawl over me all you want, because they're cleaner than we are.
After he got bit by that cobra, like he was sick, right? Like what was his reaction after he got bit by it? Because saying before you get bit, like you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's gonna be great." Like, did he regret doing it afterwards? Like, "Oh hell no, I'm never doing that shit again."
I never got him to admit that. You know, he's a macho man. I didn't ask him if he regretted it. He usually lives forward and doesn't regret anything.
Yeah.
I certainly would have turned that one down, though.
That's crazy, man.
A devenomized cobra? No, I don't get bitten by one.
Yeah, I know. Were you ever around Owen Hart a lot or no? Really? Do you have any funny Owen Hart stories or memories from him?
Not really. He's just a fantastic wrestler, excellent person. I cried when I heard about it.
Where were you when you heard about it?
I was home, Largo, Florida, Indian Rocks Beach, and he was one of the good ones. It was a very terrible thing that happened.
You know, what did Macho say about it?
Oh, he was upset. Everybody loved Owen.
Yeah, I know everyone that I talked to, all the wrestlers and stuff, they always say the same thing. You know, he's just like such a nice guy, and it's just a real tragedy. You know.
Yeah.
Were you ever around the Iron Sheik a lot or no?
Not if I could help it.
Oh really? Like, do you have do you have any like funny stories about him or no?
Well, a story that isn't funny, but Jim Duggan gave him a ride and regretted it once.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if you rent a car, I don't want drugs in my car. So I don't want the Sheik in my car. That isn't funny. Because all of a sudden you're responsible because it's your rental car. And when you hear what Duggan had to say about it, that's about how it went. Sheik had his medicine with him. And got some bad publicity and cost them both a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's not funny. But Sheik is a great athlete, a great star in this business, and is a hell of an interview, and you know that because who do people imitate? Macho Man and the Iron Sheik. You stupid jabroni.
Hey, you jabroni! Hey, you the son of a bitch! Yeah, what was you were at Summerslam '92 at Wembley Stadium in front of like 80,000 people. Like, what was it like that day? When what was that whole thing like for you?
Wow, that sounds like Ms. Pac-Man. I
think it is.
Guys from the past.
Yeah, it is Ms. Pac-Man.
Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
Go for the fruit. Stay alive.
There you go.
Do you win every time?
I think so, except for the bananas. You got to go for a banana, right? Yeah. You get banana fever, you got to go for it. What was it like at Wembley Stadium?
Yeah.
I was happy to be on the card. Just happy to be a part of it.
Was that the biggest crowd that you were ever in front of?
I might have been.
Do you remember what it was like looking or around all those people? And
Well, it's a little different there. It's like, it's a soccer field, so it's like, it's not an arena setting, it's like bigger.
it's like further out, and then it's not as high.
That's right, it was further but not as high.
Yeah.
But the best match on the card was the Macho Man against the Ultimate Warrior and Davey Boy Smith against Bret Hart.
Those are classics. I love those matches.
I don't think it was Randy's best match, but I think it was Warrior's best.
Yeah, Warrior had that other really good match with Savage at WrestleMania 7. You remember that one? That was the one where Liz came out of the audience and they kicked Sherry out, and then they had that really emotional reunion and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did Randy say about that? Was that his idea, or because I know Randy's was really creative like that?
I'm not sure whose idea that was. It sure worked, that one, didn't it?
That was good.
You know how you know? Because if you remember it, it worked.
Yeah.
Because you've seen so many matches, they all blur together.
Uh-huh.
If you can remember anything, it worked. I know he was a consummate professional. Whoever he wrestled with, he tried to get the best match that they could do out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And Warrior and him clicked. So
Yeah.
it was a great night.
Did you get along with Warrior?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I met him once, but what was he like? Do you have any memories of Warrior?
He was intense, but no worse than Randy.
Yeah, I know. The two of them both, they were very, you know what I mean? They're very, very intense. Did Randy ever talk about his match for WrestleMania 3? I mean, I'm sure he did, but
Oh, he was upset because he never beat it. You know, he had a great match, but he could never top it. And he thought he could do that with Shawn Michaels, but they wouldn't let him because they said he was too old. And if you don't believe me, you saw the DVD. Pat Patterson admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I accused him of, can you imagine how great that would have been, Shawn Michaels against Macho Man Randy Savage? You should be angry because you were robbed of that match.
Yeah, I only saw it one time, but it was some weird thing where they made Randy's leg broken or his ankle was screwed up, so but it was great, but they worked a gimmick into it so where Randy wouldn't wrestle to his full potential.
Randy knew that Shawn Michaels was the best talent they had, and he wanted to end his career with Shawn.
Is there anything you want to say?
I want to say, if you sit down at set of sun and count the acts that you have done, and counting find one self-denying deed or word that cheered the heart of him who heard, one glance most kind that fell like sunshine where it went, then you may count the day well spent. But if through all the livelong day you've cheered no heart by yea or nay, if through it all you've nothing done that you can trace that brought the sunshine to one face, no act most small that helped some soul and nothing cost, then count that day as worse than lost. Now, I didn't write that poem, and I don't think plagiarism is a joke, so I'm not going to take credit for it, although it is one of my all-time favorites. George Eliot wrote that poem, and George Eliot's real name, Marianne Evans, because in the 19th century, a woman couldn't get published. And isn't it wonderful that they can now?